Please, can you see my screen? Can you see my screen?
Yes, please.
Is this the one we are supposed to answer, or is the other one? Please confirm for me.
They are the same.
It's the same. Okay.
But
Okay, great.
I would have loved the other.
Okay, great. So let's start right away. As we say, we'll be moving a bit fast because we want to complete everything.
Yeah.
Okay, let's start. Number one reads that according to ISA 620, an individual or firm possessing special skill, knowledge, and experience in a particular field other than accounting and auditing is termed as what?
Experts.
Experts, right? Not auditors, experts.
No, the answer is expert.
Okay. Take notes. 2. All transactions and events that should have been recorded have been recorded. This is a description of what?
Please try again later.
Which assertion is this?
Completeness.
No.
Completeness and what?
Okay, completeness and what? Is completeness and class of transaction.
And why, please?
Well, I will send the evidence on the group page.
Okay, great.
No, okay, it is I read it from the slides, that's why.
Okay, you can read it.
No, right now I have to.
Okay, no problem.
The
But it
time
is
I read it was like I read it long ago, so I have to adjust my things before I will be able to.
no problem. It is completeness and class of transactions. That's fine. 3. Which of the following is correct? The use of an auditor's expert is not mentioned in an unmodified
Hello, Derek.
auditor's. Yes, please.
Please, you just confirmed that is completeness and class of transactions. Please, why class of transaction? Because I know completeness cut across all the assertions. So why only a class of transaction? I don't understand.
Okay.
Please.
Who is spoiling my machine? Give me.
Yeah, Felix, you give the answer.
I'm coming. I need to be ready. I'm having some difficulties with. Oh.
Let's go and come back.
They are okay. You say why is it completeness?
She said why it is completeness and class of transaction.
from page 85 on the what audit methodology, where 1.7 accession continue, description and of accession, category, accession, description, class of transaction, occurrence, completeness, accuracy, cutoff, classification. Then completeness is all transactions and events that should have been recorded have been recorded. Please, Martha,
Yes.
did you get that?
Yes, I heard that. But what I'm saying is, if you look at all the accessions, completeness is in all of them.
Yes,
Class of
but
transaction,
go to other one and
accounts
see.
balance.
Let me read the completeness and the account balance and see. Completeness and the account balance. All asset, liability, and equity interest that should have been recorded have been recorded. Have you seen the difference? And if you go to, okay, presentation of this, if you go to presentation and disclosure, completeness, there is all disclosure that should have been included in the financial statement have been included. So have you seen the difference? Hello?
I think.
Yeah.
Okay, let's continue.
Yeah. Okay,
Hello
thank you.
there.
Yes, please.
It's just a humble opinion. As we are going through, you can see that some of the answers are not correct. So I was suggesting that maybe you delete the answers and then maybe when we get to know the correct answer, you mark it for us. So that when we are doing the revision, it will be easy for us.
Derek,
Mm-hmm.
you see, there's one on the page without answers. I think you should pick that one so that you put the answers there rather instead of this one.
No, this one is easier. This one is PDF. I can just
Oh,
save
okay.
this one.
Okay, with the correct answers, right?
Yes, I'm coloring them.
Oh, sure. Okay, thank you.
So it will be faster. Okay. We are number 3, right? Which of the following is correct? The use of an auditor's expert is not mentioned in an unmodified auditor's report unless required by law or regulation. Reference to the work of an expert may be included in the modified report if it is relevant to the understanding of the modification. Both A and B. D, none.
Please, which number are we?
You are number 3.
Number 3.
What's the answer?
Both A and B. Please, the person who has this on should. Mr. Samuel, please check your background.
Hey, sorry.
Your wife is disturbing.
Wife is worrying.
Four. Okay. Which of the following does not describe a category of sampling risks?
The auditor failed to spot errors in the sample of items that they test.
Does not describe a category of sampling risks. Okay.
Hey, what of B?
What of what?
The B.
Listen to the question. They say which of the following does not describe a category of sampling risks, meaning they are all sampling risks, but one of them is not a sampling risk. Do you understand?
Okay.
So your B, the auditor selects a population that does not provide evidence to support the audit's objective. This is a sampling risk. The sample selected is too small. Therefore, the auditor does not have sufficient evidence to form a conclusion. It's a sampling risk. The auditor selects a sample from an incomplete population. It's a sampling risk. But the auditor fails to spot errors in the sample of items that they test. What is this?
Why you kept it, you know? How am I supposed to reach it?
Hey, please, so
Children were here. I didn't want to.
let's continue. 5. The audit objective that all transactions are recorded in the proper account is related mostly closely to which of the transaction assertion?
Classification.
That all transactions are recorded in the proper account. Yes, this is related to classification. Great. The most persuasive evidence regarding the existence of newly acquired computer equipment is
Physical observation.
regarding the existence of a newly acquired computer.
Physical observation.
Existence, physical observation. Okay, great. Per ISA 530, audit sampling. Per ISA 530, audit sampling. The objective of the auditor when using audit sampling is to... Hey, there was no options here.
No, check the question itself. It's the options are there. Okay, let me read the options here for you.
Oh, okay.
Okay. The options are A, to provide reasonable basis for the auditor to draw conclusion about the population from which the sample is drawn. B, to apply audit procedure to less than 100% of items within a population of audit relevant such that all sampling units have a chance of selection. C, both A and B. D, none of the above. The answer is A.
Wow.
To provide a reasonable basis for auditors to draw conclusion about the population from which the sample is drawn.
Okay. And that's the objective of audit sampling. That's correct. Great. Number 8. Sorry, just a minute.
Hello.
Yeah, Joseph, I'm trying to address your issue. I want to contact Cephas. Derek is busy.
Number 8. Dash is the individual items constituting a population. The individual items constituting a population. This is sampling unit. Which of the following is not a category of assertions? Identify in ISA 315, revise. Identifying, assessing the risks of material misstatement through understanding the entity and its environment. So which one of these are not part of the assertions?
Accounting policies.
Great. Accounting policy is not part. 9. Which of the following is not a category of assertion? Sorry, we've done that already. Sorry. 10. If the auditor decides that the work of the expert is not adequate, he is required to agree additional work with the expert, perform other appropriate additional audit procedures, both A and B. Yes, both A and B is correct. I'm sure we came across this question when we were solving
Yes.
the other questions the last time.
Yes.
A co-host. I've made you guys co-hosts to be multi people. All the co-hosts. Okay, let me add another person. Where is Felix? Where's your friend? What's his
Richard.
name?
Richard.
Yes, Richard. Let me make him co-host
He
too.
he changed his name.
I'm here.
They want your name, please.
Give me just a second. Oh. I saw an email that almost gave me a heart attack. I just wanted to be sure. Okay, let's continue. 11. Non-statistical sampling.
Derek,
Yeah.
please. I want say first. Some people are experiencing, they are finding it difficult to join. So if you can
They are all
address.
here. They are all here now.
No, Joseph is so Joseph Fatum is having a challenge
Let
with it. So
let me message me.
he should send you a message. Okay, thank you.
Okay, great. Non-statistical sampling method include haphazard selection, yes. Block selection, both A and B, none. Non-statistical. This is where the auditor doesn't use sampling. He uses his own judgment. Is block selection a part of non-statistical sampling? I believe so.
Yes. Question.
Yes. 11. So both A and B.
Yes.
Sorry. The relevant assertions associated with class of transactions are anywhere you see existence, just know that it is not part. So occurrence, completeness, cutoff, accuracy, and classification is correct. Dash is the individual or organization having expertise in a field other than auditing or accounting, whose work in that field is used by the entity. Once you see by the entity, know that it is management expert.
Management.
Great. So this management expert. Stratification according to ISA 530. What does it mean? It's used in conjunction with sampling. It's the process of breaking down a population into smaller subpopulation. This is true. The objective of stratification is to enable the auditor to reduce the variability of items within the subpopulation and therefore allow sample sizes to be reduced without increasing sampling risks. This also sounds true. So therefore, all of the above is correct. The auditor may have difficulty in obtaining a complete...
Derek.
Yes.
What's the question where is then? Question 14.
14. You want to look at it again?
I think I would go for B.
No, they are not asking for the definition though. It
Okay.
involves, yeah, it involves everything.
Okay. Okay.
So we are good. The auditor may have difficulty in obtaining a complete list of related parties. Particular problem areas where the disclosure of related parties may be incomplete are close family members, yes.
Where the related party is another
Where the
business.
related party is another business entity, which is owned or influenced by a director. Both A and
Yes.
B, yes. Both A and B
Yes.
is correct. When statistical sampling is used, each sampling unit has a known probability of being selected. We've answered this question before. According to ISA 620, which of the following is not a specialist upon whose work an auditor may rely? We've come across this question again, internal
Yeah.
auditor. Which of the following forms of evidence is most reliable? General ledger account balances, internal memo. We've come across this question before.
Yes.
Confirmation of accounts receivable.
Yes.
Confirmation of accounts receivable balance received from a customer. Analytical procedures compare one result to another. This comparison may be with all the following except, so what we don't use analytical review to do. Similar information about top performing subsidiaries, yes. Comparable information for prior periods.
Yes.
Anticipated results such as budget forecast and auditor's expectation.
Yes.
Non-financial information. Yes, we
Yes.
can't use analytical review for this. The following are areas identified by ISC 580 as situations in which written representations are necessarily accept. Let me take it again. The following are areas identified by ISA 580 as situations in which written representations are necessary except. So why don't we need a written representation? Management assertions about management responsibilities where they are required by other ISAs. Written representation to support other evidence observation consists of looking at a procedure or process being performed by others. I don't get this. So where can't we use written representation?
The
That's what the
answer
question is
is
asking. Written representation about management assertions. Yes, because when management gives an
the
assertion
person
on
is
their
talking
balance
about
sheet,
the areas of that one.
the areas of what, please? Sarah.
Yeah, hello.
Yes, you were making a
Please
point.
can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, I said the question was talking about the areas of ISA 5580. So all the three from B to D, they are all part of the areas apart from the A. That is not part of the areas because I learned there are three areas.
Okay, great. Which of the
Please,
following audit procedure for obtaining audit evidence is correctly described?
please,
Recalculation involves the auditor's independent execution of procedure or controls which were originally performed as part of entities. No. Confirmation consists of seeking information of knowledgeable persons within the company or outside the company. No, within the company shouldn't be part. Re-performance consists of checking the mathematical accuracy of documents or records. Observation consists of looking at a procedure or process being performed by others. Yes, this is correct. That's how you do observation.
Oh, guy, we will have you.
Audit sampling or sampling is the application of audit procedures to less than 100% of items within a relevant items. We've came across this question before. According to ISA 610, who will be responsible for errors if if external audits relies on the work of internal auditor, the external auditor himself, he will be responsible for those errors. The following are typical indicators of going concern problem, except inability to meet debt as they fall due. Significant lack of working capital, yes. Inability or sufficient funds to keep up the changes in technology, resulting in loss of custom and obsolescence of inventory. I think this should be loss of customers. So which one of these are typical indicators of going concern problem, except they are all going concern problems? So none of the above. You see, please, when they say none of the above and you see all the answers are correct, please take none of the above. None of the above in here means that what?
Hey, where are we?
We are 24.
Hey. Do it.
Well, we are moving too fast.
I have to answer someone. That's right.
Okay, welcome back.
Please, I was at 20.
You are 20.
Yes.
Okay, you want to see the answers from 20. Let me just go back.
Don't get back after they'll post it. You see it, then you also
Oh, they will post what I will see what.
bring it back. Why? You're talking too much.
It's okay, it's okay, it's okay. It's fine. 20 is A. 21 is D.
Okay, I've got it.
22 is C.
Yes.
23 is A.
Okay.
24 is D. Now we are on 25. Yo, Shatta, what's up, my guy? You didn't get back to me. Okay, we will talk about it after the class. Indicators that a person or entity might be a dominant party include the the party vetoing significant business decisions. Yes, this is a dominant party. Significant transactions being referred to the party for final approval. Correct. Little or no debate among management in respect of business proposal made by the party. Correct. Transactions involving the party or its close family members are rarely independently viewed or approved. Yes, they are all indication of a dominant party. ISA 570, going concern, states that the auditor shall obtain sufficient appropriate evidence regarding the appropriateness of management's use of going concern, conclude on whether a material uncertainty exists about the entity ability to continue in a going concern. Both A and B. Yes, both A and B is correct. The auditor should apply analytical procedures at the planning stage to what? Assist the auditor in assessing. Oh, please, Henrietta. Assist the auditor in assessing that the overall financial statement presentation makes sense based on the audit results and an understanding of the business. Assist the auditor in assessing that all significant fluctuation and other unusual items have been adequately explained. Assist in understanding the business and in identifying areas of potential threat. So let's just look at it. The auditor should apply an analytical procedure at the planning stage to
C.
C. C.
These are the planning stage, so it's C.
Yes. Yeah.
He needs to get an understanding of the business. Okay. Which of the following statements is true with respect to the persuasiveness of audit evidence? Evidence obtained under environments of stronger internal control is more persuasive than evidence obtained under environments of weaker internal control. Yes, this is true. Auditors accumulate evidence to defend themselves in the event of a lawsuit, justify the conclusion they have otherwise reached, satisfy the requirements of the companies, enable them to reach conclusion about the fairness of the financial statement. Do you know, as I'm going through this question, it's very funny. These were most of the questions that came in our midterm that we wrote like a month ago. Which two of the following statements regarding the use of analytical procedure during the planning stage of the audit are correct? Please, yeah, take note. We are talking about planning stage. Analytical procedures are useful when forming an overall conclusion as to whether the financial statements are consistent with the auditor's understanding of the company. Analytical procedure can be used to obtain relevant and reliable audit evidence. Analytical procedures can assist in identifying risks of material misstatement. Analytical procedure can assist in identifying unusual transactions and events. So which one is the odd one?
The answer is C.
Just proof check. Okay, C is fine.
Derek.
Yes, please.
It's supposed to be B. The B is I and IV. Check the main question.
It's true. The answer is B.
It's B.
And
It's
not
not
C.
true.
It's
Felix,
B.
check the main
Analytical
question.
procedures can be used to obtain relevant and reliable audit evidence.
In planning stage, oh,
Analytical procedure can assist in identifying unusual transactions. Okay, the person who says B, do you have?
Yeah, the main question, for the B, we have I, not I. We have I and IV. Yes,
Hey,
so
which B
3
are you
F.
talking about?
This analytical procedure can assist in identifying the risk of material misstatement and also can assist in identifying unusual transactions. These two.
please bring evidence before.
Check the main question, the one that was sent.
Please say it again. Say analytical procedure can be used what?
They can be used, they can assist in identifying the risk of material misstatement. Then also identify unusual transaction and events.
Okay.
So they made a mistake on the B, which is it's supposed to be I and IV.
I and IV.
Yeah, Felix, confirm. Check it for me.
What they are trying to say is, if you look at the question Shatter posted on the page yesterday, the 30, okay, number 30, um C is I and IV.
Yes.
B is I and I. A is I and I. And then D is I and IV. I don't know if you get what he's trying to say.
Yes,
Yes.
I get it now.
Yes.
So my question is, so which one is the correct answer?
You have there, no, meaning there's no answer.
So we should skip this one. We'll come back to it.
Oh, hello.
No. What I meant is that from the options here, which one is the correct one? Or you don't know the answer? Not the A, B, C, and D.
It's 3 and 4.
So it can be used in identifying risks of material misstatement, identifying unusual transaction. These two. Okay, let me just color them.
Please go. The person should go make reference to the note so that we get the decision.
Oh, he has done. I thought he did that.
Note. No, he is not talking about the note as in the note given by our note. He is talking about the question. That's what he is talking about. So I want a note, like when I was telling matter, I brought evidence.
Derek, please can we proceed? This one will come back to it later. Okay.
Okay. Material misstatement of the financial statement may arise in relation to appropriateness of the selected accounting policies. Yes. Application of selected accounting policies. Appropriateness or adequacy of disclosure in the fund. Yes, all of them can lead to material misstatement. All of the above. Which of the following factors most likely will assist an independent auditor in assessing the objectivity of the internal auditor? Please take note here. The keyword here is objectivity. So the organizational status of the director of the internal audit. Yes, this is correct. Great. Which of the following statements about the existence and completeness assertion is not true? Existence deals with the existence and completeness assertions emphasize different audit concerns. Existence deals with overstatement and completeness deals with understatement. Existence deals with understatement and completeness deals with overstatement. The completeness assertion deals with unrecorded transactions. So the question was, which one of them is not true? So yes, it is true that there are different assertions. Completeness assertion deals with unrecorded transaction. Yes, that's correct. Existence deals with overstatement and completeness deals with understatement. As for these two, I don't have an opinion on this one. If someone has an opinion, they should say it. Does anyone have an opinion on this answer? Sorry?
I see.
The answer is C. You are sure about that? That
No, sir.
existence deals with understatement and completeness deals with overstatement. Okay, let's pack it first. The objective of ISC 620 is to allow the auditor to decide whether to use the work of an expert is true. Assess whether the expert's work is adequate is true. Determine whether internal audit work can be used at all. If the work can be used, in which area. Determine the need for external confirmation. So This one, they are testing your knowledge on the standard. ISA 620 deals with what? What does ISA 620 deals with?
Using the work
Hello.
of an auditor's expert.
Auditors experts.
So 1 and 2 is correct.
Please, can you revisit 32? I think that question have been solved before. You solved the same question with us with different answers today.
Hey. Okay, we are there.
The first one you solved,
The
you gave
answer
us
is
A,
A.
the organization system.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing as this
Yes,
one.
but you told me.
No, it's an error. Watch.
Oh, okay, okay.
It's a
Okay.
typo.
It's A. It's A.
Okay, 34, we are done. 35. Trend analysis. What is trend analysis? The comparison of relationship between firms in an industry. Analysis of changes in an account balance over time. Yes, this is trend analysis. Which of the following is financial statement assertion? Financial statement assertion. Obviously, going concern is not an assertion. Materiality also is not an assertion. Occurrence is, so let's take 1, 3, 5, and 6. Do we have them there? Yes, so C is correct. In which of the following audit procedure are existence and valuation and allocation of accounts receivable the major assertion of interest? Existence, valuation, and allocation of accounts receivables. Vouching transaction back to supporting documentation and ensuring that the dollar value is correctly recorded. Vouching transaction, so that's the existence, to supporting and ensuring that the dollar value, so that's valuation, is correctly recorded, that's allocation. So D is correct. Do you agree? Hello, do you agree?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Management assertions are...
Derek.
Yes, please.
The question 30. The possible answers are here is different from what the person, the compilation, the possible answers. We have A, I and I. B, I and I. C, I and IV. And then D, I and IV. So there is a portion for the C here supposed to be the I and IV.
Yes, I think someone said that. Oh,
that's what is in. That's the original question.
That's what someone said.
Okay.
So the answer is I and IV. Just that there's a typo.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Sorry. Please, when are you writing PSA exams?
Next week.
Is it next week or next 2 weeks?
14th.
13th.
Oh, okay. No, I think it's 14. PSA is always the last paper. Management assertions are imply or express representation about account transaction and disclosures in the financial statement. Provided the audit, yeah, this is correct. I don't even need to read the rest. You are considering using the work of an internal auditor of ABC Limited. Which one of the following facts identify in the view of the internal audit function will give you confidence that the internal audit is technically competent? We've come across this question before. The head of the internal audit is a professionally trained auditor and a member of the Institute of Internal Auditors. This is correct. According to ISC 330 and 505, external confirmations are appropriate in the following situations: bank balances, loans and lenders, management experts report, no. Property, okay, so when I call them, you take bank balances, correct. Loans and lenders, property deals held by lawyers, accounts payable balances, investments held for safekeepings, accounts receivables. So which one is the correct one? C.
C.
Great.
C.
In a short-term note payable, if a short-term note payable is included in the account payable balance of the financial statement, there's a violation of what? Note payable. What is note payable? Is included in accounts payables. What have we violated? Classification and understandability assertions. Because note payable is different from account payables. They are not the same. What is note payable? What is note payable?
They are just promised to pay an amount of money.
Okay, great.
Usually
And then
with
what is
interest.
accounts
Yeah.
payable?
It's a liability.
Is a liability. Great. So classification assertion. The amount of materiality initially determined needs to be revised as the audit progresses. If, in the event of becoming aware of information during the audit that would have caused the auditor to have determined a different amount or amounts initially. So what will make the auditor to revise his materiality level? It says only in the event of becoming aware of information during the audit that would have caused the auditor to have determined a higher amount or amount initially. Only in the event of becoming aware of information during the audit that would have caused the auditor to have determined a lower amount. In the event of becoming aware of the information during the audit that would have caused the auditor to have determined a different amount. Okay, C looks correct. Performance materiality means the amount or amounts set by the auditor at the point of materiality level of the financial statements as a whole to reduce to an appropriate low level, the probability that the aggregate or uncorrected and undetected misstatement exceeds materiality for the financial statement as a whole. What is this? Less than performance materiality. That the amount set by the auditor at the point of materiality level of the financial statement as a whole to reduce to an appropriate low level the probability that the aggregate or uncorrected and undetected misstatement exceeds materiality for the financial statement as a whole. So this is less than materiality level, less than materiality level. No, this is wrong. This is the definition of materiality level. Okay. Please, any opinion on this one?
Think the probability there, so I mean, I'll choose the less than.
Okay. Okay, let's continue. Sampling risk is the risk that the auditor conclusions based on a sample may be different from the conclusion if the entire population was subject to the same audit procedure. This is true. That's sampling risk. Inspection of dash that are recorded in the accounting records confirms the existence. Inspection of tangible assets, yes. Pabi. The audit's documentation shall include the following: materiality of the financial statements as a whole. If applicable, the materiality levels of particular classes of transaction, account balances or disclosure, yes. Performance materiality, yes. In fact, all of them are supposed to be part of the audit documentation. Arrange the following audit procedures for substantive analytical procedure in the correct order.
Derek,
Yes, please.
please, what's number 43? Hey, sorry. 44, sorry.
Okay, 44 is B.
B, oh, you've highlighted A.
Oh, sorry, it's A, sorry.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, A. Why did I say B? Arrange the following audit procedure for substantive analytical procedure in the correct order. So let's look at determine suitability for a substantive audit procedure for given assertion.
Oh.
It violates reliability of the base data. Develop expected relationship. Determine the difference of recorded amount from expected value. So if I were you in an exams, I know that determine any difference of recorded amount from expected value that is acceptable without further investigation will be like my last. My concentration will be on which one comes first. Okay, so this is correct. B is correct. And 48. Which of the following is not an audit procedure in the audit of account and trade receivable? Account and trade receivable. So this is accounts receivable. Which one of them is not an audit procedure? Confirm recorded receivables, amount, date, terms, interest rate, blah, blah, blah. Verify cutoff of sales. This is related to receivables. That's fine. Verify the mathematical accuracies of relevant supporting schedule. Agree to trial balance and subsidiary records. Agree beginning balances in schedules with the prior period worksheet. Confirm recorded receivables. Amount, date, terms, interest, rate, etc. So which one of them is not a procedure? Forty-nine. Which of the following procedure do general analytical procedure not include? Analytics. We do trend analysis. We do statistical analysis. We do reasonable tests. We don't do sequence test. We don't do any form of sequence test. The auditor has concluded that a significant going concern uncertainty exists at JBD Limited. Which of the following procedure is least likely to provide useful evidence as the ability to JDB to continue as a going concern? Which of the following procedure is least likely to provide useful information as to the ability of JDB to continue as a going concern? Reviewing events after period end to identify those that either mitigate or otherwise affect the entity's ability to continue as a going concern. So which one of them is least likely to provide useful evidence? Analyzing and discussing cash flows and profit forecasts with management. Examining related party transactions to identify potential sources of finance. Reviewing the terms of loan agreement and determine whether they have been breached. Reviewing events after period end to identify those that either mitigate or otherwise affect the entity's ability to continue as a going concern. So which one of these is least likely to provide useful evidence? Any opinion on this one?
I'll go for the
You go for which one?
um examine related party transaction to identify potential source of finance.
That's what I'm thinking of.
Say again.
I say I'll go for the B.
Going concern, analyzing and discussing cash flow and profit forecasts. Okay. Reviewing the terms of loan agreement and determine whether they have been breached. Reviewing events after and mitigate otherwise the entity. Yeah, B makes sense. This wouldn't give much information in terms of going concern. Which of the following is correct regarding director's responsibility in respect of going concern? To assess the company's ability to continue as a going concern when preparing the financial statements, yes, is their responsibility. Directors should prepare forecasts to help assess whether they are likely to be able to continue trading for the next 12 months as a minimum. None, both A and B. I think both A and B is correct. All of the following are audit procedures in the audit of inventory except vouch purchases for inventory to and from perpetual records. Verify accuracy of supporting schedule and agree to trial balance and subsidiary records. Compare items on the final inventory listing to physical inventory tags, sheet, or list, and vice versa. Ascertain that the amortization period amortization power. So this is our answer. It has nothing to do with inventory. Materiality is considered in the following phases of an audit. Identifying and assessing risks of material misstatement, yes. Determining the nature, timing, and extent of further audit procedure, yes. Evaluating the effect of uncorrected misstatement, if any, on the financial statement and in the forming of the auditor's opinion. And we check materiality in all of this, so all of the above is correct. Which of the following is not one of the 5 elements? 5 elements exhibited by assurance engagement: evidence, subject matter, multi-party relationship involving a practitioner, responsible party, those in charge of governance, and intended users. This is not part. In an agreed upon procedure, the auditor gives the following assurance. He doesn't give any assurance. None. This is where it becomes very murky. Engagement to review financial statement. Which standard is that? ISRA 240. Can we just cross-check? So let me go online and cross-check.
Is it that you from
Say again.
No, I just want to know. No, you continue. No, I will not stop anymore. 56. No, are we at 56? Which question number? Okay. Match the 56 is to match items in the left column Q56 to Q or question 56 to question 59 of the table to the corresponding item in the right column A and E. So the first one is engagement to review financial statement. So you choose between the option of S.
So which standard is related to that?
2,400.
ISRA 2,400. Okay. Engagement to perform agreed upon procedure. ISRS 440. Assurance engagement other than audit or review of historical. Please, this whole thing, and please go and learn it on your own. I wanted for us to do a quick, so let's keep it. I'll come back to it. I want for us to like confirm these things online. Or we can do that right now. Let's do it quickly. So I'm going online. Take a screen grab of this. You read the answers to me, then we'll confirm whether it's correct or not. That wouldn't take more than 2 minutes of our time. No. Please, can you see my screen? Uh, okay, please mention the first one. Is ISRE what?
240.
2,400.
2,400.
So engagement to review historical financial statements. Is that what we have there?
Yes.
Okay, next one, please. The next answer, please. Oh,
ISRS 4,400.
ISRS.
RE 4,400.
Related services. Is it related services?
No.
No.
You said the standard is what? ISRE 4,400.
Derek, please, it's on the page,
No.
okay?
ISRS 4,400.
Okay, let's end this one. Yeah. Let me just go back to where I was sharing. This one you have to go and learn it on your own because it's taking long to 60. In a compilation engagement, the auditor gives the following type of assurance. He doesn't give any assurance, so none. Determining a percentage to be applied to a chosen benchmark for materiality involves the exercise of professional judgment. This is where the auditor uses his skills, experience, and the rest. The use of the negative form of accounts receivable confirmation is most likely justified in which of the following scenarios? Few accounts are disputed
D.
and the balance is from
Yes.
sales to numerous customers with small balances.
Yes.
Many accounts are disputed. Anywhere you see many, I don't think it should be part. Few accounts are disputed and the balance is from sales to a few major customers. No, this is correct. With the D1, you can use the negative confirmation. And yesterday, our brother explained what the negative confirmation is. So the positive one,
Derek, it's
yes,
like
please.
the 62 is different from like the main question they posted on.
So let's use this one. What's in the main question, please?
The main question, in which of the following circumstances would the use of negative form of account receivable confirmation mostly likely to be justified?
It's the same question.
And
And I think we
I think
even
they've
chose
just
the same
paraphrased it.
answer. Mm.
It has just been paraphrased. Hmm. 63. In the limited assurance engagement, the practitioner does what? He expressed the conclusion in the negative form. I think we saw this yesterday. Which one of the following is not one of the reasons the auditors provide only reasonable assurance on the financial statement? So which one of them is not one of the reasons?
Auditors believe that reasonable assurance is sufficient in the vast majority of cases.
So meaning they are all reasons for reasonable assurance. Okay, that's true. How does the related services framework differ from the assurance framework? Related services engagement do not result in an opinion. Yes.
We've looked at it.
Yeah, we are correct.
An assurance report is prepared by who? Provides a written report containing a conclusion that conveys the assurance obtained about the subject matter information. This is correct. In a review engagement, the auditor gives the following type of assurance. I thought we came across this question just a few minutes ago. It wasn't review. Okay, it was agreed upon. So he gives a negative assurance.
Yeah.
Dash confirmations are audit evidence obtained as a direct written response to the auditors from a third party. So this is external confirmation.
Yeah.
In accordance with ISA 560, after the financial statements are issued, the
Derek,
auditor is on that. Yes, please.
Please, what's number 64?
Okay, sure. Okay, please, it's D.
And the 55 is B. Okay, thank you.
Okay. In accordance with ISA 560, after the financial statements are issued, the auditor is under no obligation to perform audit procedure after the financial statements have been issued. However, if they become aware of a fact which could have caused them to modify their report, they must take action. This is true. The auditor shall issue a new auditor's report, including an emphasis of matter or other matter paragraph, to draw attention to the fact that the financial statement and auditor's report have been reissued. This is true. If management refuses to record and amend the financial statement, the auditor shall take action to prevent reliance on the auditor's report. These are all true. So all of the above is correct.
All of the above.
The reports of a review engagement of financial statements should contain all of the following elements except review. In review, we don't do positive assurance. We do what? Which kind of assurance do we give?
Me colored normal.
Which kind of assurance do we give in a review?
Negative.
Negative. Okay, great.
Kwemi, oh no.
Auditors should obtain written representation from those charged with governance on corrected misstatement, uncorrected misstatement, both A and B, none of the above. Both A and B, yes. They should receive it from them. Even if the misstatement is correct or is not corrected, they should receive written representation. The principal review technique available to auditors are detailed review, personal review, manager review, review of documentation discussions. These are all not part. The principal review technique available to the auditor. The principal review technique available to the auditor. These are not the types of review. Okay, techniques. So detailed review and review of documentation. Okay, that's fine. On reviewing audit evidence obtained, an auditor discovers errors and omission which could reasonably.
Please, which one? It's B, eh?
Yes, please, it's B.
Oh.
On reviewing audit evidence obtained, an auditor discovers errors and omission which they consider could reasonably be expected to influence the economic decisions of users taken on the basis of the financial statement, and which are confined to specific elements, accounts, or items in the financial statement. Which of the following statements best describe these errors? On reviewing audit evidence obtained, an auditor discovered errors and omission which they consider could reasonably be expected to influence the economic decision, so it is material, taking basis of, and which are confined to specific elements, therefore it is not pervasive. So A is correct. Even though it is material, but it is not pervasive.
Hey, me kasa
Oh, Kasa. Felix.
Yes.
You wanted to say something?
Yeah, but you later I will get through.
Okay. 74. Between the date of the financial statement and the date of the auditor's report, between the date of the financial statement and the date of the auditor's report, the auditor has an active duty to perform procedure to identify events. He has an active duty. This is actually the day he's performing the audit. Between the date of the financial statement and the date of the auditor's report. That's when the audit is actually carried out. So he has an active duty. Written representation about management responsibilities includes preparation of financial statements in accordance with applicable financial reporting framework, true. Information provided and completeness of transactions, true. Description of management responsibilities okay, so all of the above. Auditors should accumulate misstatement. Sorry, auditors should not accumulate misstatement, which are immaterial, clearly trivial, not significant, none, or misstatement should be accumulated. Auditors should not accumulate misstatements, which are clearly trivial. Yes. If the misstatement is trivial, there's no need to. The auditor should determine the materiality of uncorrected misstatement in respect to individual misstatements in aggregate. Need not determine as misstatements are uncorrected. No, both A and B. So the individual misstatement, and even when you put the misstatement together, you must determine the materiality level of them. All of the following is true of detailed review except it's carried out by a senior staff on all work submitted by junior staff. It finalizes the firm's opinion on financial statement. It ensures the working papers are properly prepared. It ensures that the right has been done according to plan. I'm sure they wanted to say right thing. It finalizes the firm's opinion on the financial statement. Okay. So all of these are detailed review except this one. #79. The auditor's documentation of uncorrected misstatement may take into account documentation of uncorrected misstatement, the consideration of the aggregate effect of uncorrected misstatement, evaluation of whether the materiality levels or levels of particular classes of transaction, account balances or disclosures, if any have been excluded, evaluation of the effects of uncorrected misstatement on key ratios, trends, and so all of the above is fine. A request that the confirming party responds directly to the auditor, indicating whether the confirming party agrees or disagrees with the information in the request or providing the requested information is called. This is a positive confirmation. Which of the following... did I answer this one?
What of 76?
Which of the following has been appropriately described? According to ISA 560, the auditor has an active duty for all subsequent events. No, this is wrong. According to ISA 560, the auditor has a passive duty for events occurring between the financial statement date and the date the auditor signs his report. No, this is wrong. During that time, he has an active duty. According to ISA 570, the auditor has an active duty for events occurring between the financial statement date and the date the auditor signs his report. What is ISA 570?
Subsequent events. And no. No, 570 is going concern.
Okay. So you see, it's not even related to this thing. So that's why the answer is none of the above. So this is actually meant to trick you. The rest of the sentence are correct, but the standard is wrong. The standard quoted here is wrong. Written representation should be in the form of a letter. Yes. Which of the following is not true of hot review? It takes place after the audit report is signed and issued. No, it should be done before. It's not concerned with detecting misstatements in the financial statement, but ensures that the firm procedures were applied properly. No, what review looks at detecting misstatement. It's compulsory as per ISQC1 for listed companies and clients with public interest. This is not part. So I, V, and V are the only correct ones. If the auditor's assessment of materiality based on actual financial results results in lower materiality, the auditor shall what? Express adverse opinion, resign from the audit, obtain management representation letter for uncorrected misstatement. If the auditor's reassessment of materiality based on actual financial results results in lower materiality, the auditor should reconsider the performance materiality, nature, timing, and extent of further audit procedures based on the audit opinion. Yes, this is correct. Between the dates of the financial statement and the dates of the auditor's report, this question has repeated itself. Oh no, it's in a different form. The auditor should perform procedures to identify events that might require adjustment. Yes. If material adjusting events are not adjusted for, or material non-adjusting events are not disclosed, the auditor will ask management to make the necessary amendments to the financial statement. Is true. If the identified adjustments or disclosure necessarily are not made, then the auditor should consider the impact of the auditor's report and whether a modification is necessary. This is correct. Oh. What is uncorrected misstatement? Misstatement that the auditor has accumulated during the audit and not rectified. That's uncorrected misstatement. Misstatement that the auditor has identified but not agreed to by management, hence not rectified. Misstatement that management has identified, no. Misstatement that the internal auditor has identified but rectified by management, no. Misstatement that the auditor has accumulated during the audit and not rectified. Okay, that's correct. Arrange the following level of reviews in ascending order. What is ascending order?
Meaning from top to down. No, from down to top. From down to top.
It's good I asked what is ascending order. Anytime I see ascending and descending, to not get confused, I use the resurrection of Jesus as an example. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
The Bible says that after the burial of Jesus on the third day, he what? He ascended into what? Heaven. Is that correct? The Christians here with us.
Yeah.
So meaning he came from down and he went to the top.
Yeah.
So I always use that as an example. So here we are looking for the lowest to the highest. So to not, if I were you, I know that The highest review will be what? What will be the highest review?
Code review.
Code. Hey, the highest review. Code. Don't you think it will be the partner review? Or it is the hot and cold? Okay, let's look at the possible answer. IV, detail review, fine. 2, manager review. 5, partner review. Hot review. And then the code review. Okay, this is actually correct. So you do the detail review, then manager reviews, the partner review, then there's a hot review, and then a code review. Okay, that's fine.
Detail manager review, partner review, hot review, and code review. Is it E, I, and I?
88. What is factual misstatement? Misstatement about which there is no doubt. Yes, this is factual misstatement. Oh. Subsequent events procedure include inquiry into management procedures or systems for the identification. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So almost everything. The company issued fresh equity share after the year end. The number of shares was 2.5 million, which generated 5 million Ghana cedis. So what is the question asking us? Whether this is an adjusting or non-adjusting event. The company issued 5 fresh equity shares after the year end. The year has ended and they issued 5 equity shares. The number of shares was 2.5 million, which generated. This is a non-adjusting event. It has happened after the year, so there's nothing to adjust. Because the instance that gave rise to the share issuance happened after the year end. Papa Kobna, a major debtor of 400,000, has been found to be insolvent. This is an adjusting event. So this is what? Bad debt. On 24th January 2023, an equity dividend of 200 was declared. On 23rd January, an equity dividend of 200,000 was declared and approved by the AGM based on the profits for the year 31st December. Is it adjusting or non-adjusting? The dividend decision was made after the financial year, so we don't adjust. Dampo Limited has 3 warehouses sited in different locations. Following extensive rain on 20th December 2023, one of the warehouses was completely flooded, and as a result, all inventory in the warehouse value 1 million were damaged. and has been disposed of. Should we adjust or we shouldn't adjust?
Question.
Disposals are non-adjusting.
Okay. A key supplier of Dampo Limited is suing them for breach of contract. The lawsuit was filed prior to the year end, and the sum claimed by the supplier is 1 million. A correspondent has just arrived from the supplier indicating that they are willing to settle the case for a payment by Dampo Limited of 600,000. This one you have to adjust because this is contingent liability. Which one of the following procedures would an auditor most likely perform in obtaining evidence about subsequent events? Compare the latest available interim financial information with the financial statements being reported. Okay. Which standards are practitioners who perform assurance engagement governed by? Governed by no matter what type of assurance audits they are performing. ISB Code of Ethics of Professional Accountants. So this is correct. B is correct. Which of the following will likely be disclosed by the auditor as a key audit matter? The risk of fluctuation in the market price of gold for a gold mining company. A complex judgment about the most appropriate basis for revenue recognition. Disagreement with management about the disclosure of related party transaction. So a complex judgment. So normally these key audit matters are normally
Derek,
related
are
to
you still
judgment.
in the office or you're home?
Sorry?
I was asking, today are you in the office or you're home?
I'm always in the office, so I'm in the office.
I see.
Sorry?
No, that's fine.
Or you want me to go to the house?
No.
If a modified opinion is expressed, the communication by the auditor with those charged with governance should include, if a modified opinion is expected, the communication by the auditor with those charged with
Derek,
governance should include, yes, please,
please, what's 97?
97 is B.
Okay, thank you.
96.
Welcome. 96 B. If a modified opinion is expected, the communication by the auditor with those charged with governance should include the circumstances that lead to the expected modification, the wording of the modification. Yes, both A and B is correct. Whilst expressing a qualified opinion, which of the following phrase is appropriate to use? Except for, yes. Remember, we have except for, except might. What's the difference between other matter paragraph and emphasis of matter paragraph? This question always drops and people don't always understand it. So let's read the answer we have here and see whether. If someone say, how I wish we are already in October. Hey, why are you wishing this wish? Adibi, please explain.
Yeah, by then we'll be done with all these things.
95 is C. But you want to do your master's also, right?
95 is B.
Or that one day you come and see me in chambers. Emphasis of matter paragraph refers to matters that are appropriately presented or disclosed in the financial statement that in the auditor judgment if is of such importance that it is fundamental to users' understanding of the financial statement, whilst other matter paragraph refers to matters that are not presented or disclosed in the financial statement, but in the auditor's judgment is relevant to users' understanding. So other matter paragraph are not disclosed. Emphasis of matter paragraph are disclosed. So these are the key differences. Great. We've clocked 100 question. $101. The audit client has not written inventory down to net realizable value in accordance with IAS 2 inventories. The write-down would reduce current assets by 15%. What type of audit opinion should you issue? Obviously, a qualified opinion. And the qualification of the opinion will be based on what? Inventory. Material misstatement or possible misstatement will be considered to be pervasive if the auditor judgment if in the auditor's judgment, such material misstatement or possible misstatement is not conform to specific. Let me take it again. Material misstatement or possible misstatement will be considered to be pervasive if in the auditor's judgment such material misstatement or possible misstatement is not conformed to specific elements, accounts, or items of the financial statement. Yes, in that case, it is pervasive. If so confirmed, represents or could represent a substantial proportion of the financial statement. Yes. In relation to disclosures, are fundamental to users' understanding. Yes, all of this will make the misstatement to be material. So all of the above is correct. What's the appropriate nature of opinion in case the auditor, having obtained sufficient appropriate audit evidence, concludes that misstatements individually or in aggregate are material, but not pervasive to the financial statement? This is a qualified opinion. Even though they are misstatements, these misstatements are not pervasive. The decision regarding the appropriateness of the type of modified opinion depends upon what? The nature of the matter giving rise to the modification, whether the financial statements are materially misstated, or in the case of an inability to obtain sufficient appropriate evidence. The auditor's judgment about pervasiveness of the effect of possible effects of the matter of the financial statement. So these are all issues relating to modification of the auditor's opinion. So both A and B is correct. When the auditor issues modified reports with unmodified opinion, issues requiring
Derek,
communication. Yes, please.
please, 102 is what?
Okay. It's A, please.
102A.
Yes, please.
Thank you. Thank you.
Welcome. When the auditors issues modified report, if you've noticed, the questions, they are from every section in the slides. When the
Yeah.
auditor issue modified reports with unmodified opinion,
Papa Leva.
when the auditor issues modified reports with unmodified opinion, issues requiring communication include materiality, uncertainty related to going concern, emphasis of matter paragraph, other matter paragraph, inconsistencies in the other information. When the auditor issues modified reports with unmodified opinion, issues requiring communication include, okay, all of the above, basically. What should be the appropriate heading of the basis for opinion section if the auditor modifies the audit opinion? It should be basis for modified opinion. I think that should be correct. Basis for modified opinion, basis for qualified opinion, basis for adverse opinion, basis for disclaimer of opinion, basis for qualified opinion, basis for adverse opinion, basis for disclaimer of opinion. Basis for opinion. What should be the appropriate heading for basis of opinion section if the auditor modifies the audit opinion? So qualified opinion, adverse opinion, disclaimer of opinion. It's left with one. So it is 3. Okay. We are almost at the true and false side. The auditor's signature is always the firm's name, personal name of the auditor, or both.
So what is this info?
It is either basis of opinion. These ones. You see, in a modified opinion, we have what? Qualified opinion, adverse opinion, and disclaimer of opinion. I guess you're aware of that.
Yeah.
The auditor's signature is always the firm's name, personal name of the auditor, or both. True, false, can't tell. The auditor's signature will be based on what is appropriate for a particular jurisdiction. Please, this question. The auditor's signature is always the firm's name, personal name of auditor, or both. Is it true, or is the auditor's signature will be based on what is appropriate for a particular jurisdiction? I think the answer should be D. It's between D and A. If you ask me, though.
It's A.
It's A.
I think so.
You are sure about that? Okay. What is the appropriate nature of opinion in case the auditors, having obtained sufficient appropriate audit evidence, concludes that misstatements individually or in aggregate are both material and pervasive? So this is an adverse opinion, obviously. Should matters described in emphasis of matter paragraph also be reported as key audit matters? If matters are determined to be key audit matters, are also in the auditor's judgment fundamental to users' understanding of the financial statement, the auditor may wish to highlight or draw further attention to its relative importance. I agreed with this. So it's based on the auditor's judgment. What is the appropriate heading for opinion section? If the auditor modifies the audit opinion, this question has repeated itself. And have you seen, they have a different answer here. Previously, they had qualified opinion, adverse opinion, and disclaimer of opinion. Now they've added modified opinion. If it were you in an exam, what will you take? Hello?
If it's me, I'll just take a modified opinion.
Only that one?
No, the thing is, the appropriate, it's more than one.
Exactly. It's qualified, adverse, disclaimer. So ideally, it should be 3, IV, and V. But I don't know whether modified opinion is also it can be a heading. That one I have to check on it. But as for these 3, I know of them.
It is.
It's part. So they are actually 4. Okay, let's put this in the fridge. We'll come back to it.
Can substantiate now.
Exactly. What are the circumstances requiring modification of audit opinion? The auditor concludes that the financial statements as a whole are not free from material misstatement. That's true. The auditor is unable to obtain sufficient appropriate audit evidence to conclude that the financial statements as a whole are not free from material misstatement. Yes, these 2 can lead to modification. Let me see 3. The auditor concludes that the financial statements as a whole are free. The auditor concludes that the financial statements as a whole are free. No. So 1 and 2 is correct. Prior period financial statements were audited by a predecessor auditor, and the existing auditor is permitted by law or regulation to refer to the predecessor auditor report on the corresponding figures. How should the existing auditor highlight this fact in his audit opinion for the current year? Okay. You should use other matter paragraph. Pabi. We've done this right. So this B. An auditor concludes that extreme double exists about the integrity of management and the representation obtained from management relating to fairness of the financial statement and the completeness of the record transaction. If the auditor retains the client, which audit report is most likely to be appropriate? If the auditor concludes that extreme doubt exists about the integrity of management and the representation obtained from management relating to the fairness of the financial statement and the completeness of the records of transaction. If the auditor retains the client, which audit report is most likely to be appropriate? So
Disclaimer.
this is disclaimer. Because if you give them an adverse opinion there, I'm not sure you continue to be there. They will sack you, safe. The auditor shall dash if management does not provide written representation on their responsibility for the preparation of the financial statement and for the completeness of the information provided to the auditor. Disclaim an opinion. Because this one, they didn't accept. Whilst reporting on the consolidated financial statement, what is the responsibility of the primary auditor with respect to observation of component auditor? What's this? Principal auditor should consider the observation and component auditors should consider the observation of component auditor as per requirement ISA 600. Please, what is ISA 600? Please check that very fast. ISA 600. Which standard is that? Have you noticed that Madam normally bring the true or false at the end part of the questions?
Yes.
Can you tell me the reason?
I don't know.
Okay, it's a technique. It's actually a good technique for those who don't pay attention to detail. And interesting, the true and false, they can be the easier ones. So those who are not able to reach all the way to this part, they will lose all those marks. Do you understand? Just a second. Mm. Mm. Okay. The determination of performance materiality is a simple mechanical calculation and does not involve the exercise of professional judgment. This is false. In planning the audit, the auditor makes judgment about the size of misstatement that will be considered material. This is true. Have you seen how easy the true or false is? ISA 505 external confirmation requires the auditor to maintain control over external confirmation requests when using external confirmation as a source of audit evidence. Requires the client to obtain. No, this is false. It's the auditor who must maintain control. If management believes the uncorrected misstatement identified by the auditors are not misstatements, and that the fact is stated in written representation obtained in accordance with ISA 450, the auditor can leave out such misstatement in forming an opinion of the financial statement. If management believes the uncorrected misstatement identified by the auditor are not misstatement, and that fact is stated in written representation, the auditor can leave out such misstatement. Never leave out such misstatement. They must be part of your opinion. False. ISA 550 states that any significant related party transaction outside the entity normal course of business must be treated as giving rise to significant risks of material misstatement. This is true. Auditor's report can be dated before the date of the written representation. This is false. The written representation must come first. Auditors may request management to provide a written representation that it has communicated to the auditors all deficiencies in internal controls of which management is aware. True. A written representation is a statement by management provided to the auditor to confirm certain matters or to support other audit evidence. This is actually true. Materiality is always determined for the financial statement as a whole, and never at a level of particular classes of transaction, account balances, or disclosure. This is false. You can determine materiality at the account balance level or disclosure. The auditor may consider withdrawing from the engagement in case of concerns on the competence, integrity, or ethical values of management. True. But in Ghana, do they do? These are auditors. If management does not provide one or more of the requested written representation, the auditor should consider issuing an unmodified audit opinion. False. You should consider issuing a modified audit opinion. The auditor may communicate to management a threshold amount for the purpose of requested representation. That's true. Hey, I've skipped something, so then this one is true. If management does not provide one or more requested, okay, we said this is false. Under the other information paragraph of the auditor's report, the auditors indicate that the opinion on the financial statement does not cover the other information in the annual report, and as a result, do not express any form of assurance conclusion. This is true. The auditor may communicate to management a threshold amount for the purpose. Okay, we said this is true.
It's true.
The auditor need not reassess the materiality based on actual financial statement for evaluating the uncorrected misstatement. False. He must assess it. Can the auditor express a modified opinion in a case of inability to obtain sufficient appropriate audit evidence from circumstances beyond the control of the entity? Yes. Limitation on scope of audit may arise from circumstances beyond the control of the entity. Circumstances relating to the nature or timing of the auditor's work or limitation imposed by management. Yes, so you can express a modified opinion. In case of disclaimer of opinion, the financial statement should, in case of disclaimer of opinion on the financial statement, should the auditor include other information section in accordance with ISA 700, revised in the auditor's report? Should the auditor include other information section? Other information section, no, unless required by law or regulation. Okay. The auditor has modified the opinion as a result of an inability to obtain sufficient appropriate audit evidence. Should the auditor include the reasons for the inability in the basis for opinion? Yes, he has to do that. Oh. It is advisable for an auditor to highlight all significant matters and transactions that affect the financial statements as emphasis of matter paragraph. It is advisable for an auditor to highlight all significant matters and transactions that affect the financial statements as emphasis of matter paragraph. No widespread use of emphasis of matter may diminish effectiveness of the auditor's communication with about such matters. It's not every matter that he must express in the other matter paragraph. Key audit matters should be communicated in the case of adverse opinion. Oh, should not be communicated. Hey, what am I saying? False, meaning it should be communicated, yes. A positive external confirmation request asks the confirming party to reply to the auditor in all cases, either by indicating a confirming party agreement with the given information or by asking the confirming party to provide information. This is true. A matter requiring modification of auditor's opinion cannot be communicated as key audit matters. A matter requiring modification of auditor's opinion cannot be communicated as key audit matter. False. It can be communicated as part of key audit matters. As acceptable audit risk is decreased, the likely cost of conducting an audit increases. As acceptable audit risk is decreased, the likely cost of conducting an audit increases. Hey, how is this true? Let's look at it again. As acceptable audit risk is decreased, the likely cost of conducting an audit increases.
Yes, it's true because
Explain, please.
it's true in the sense when for you to be able to
It is true. I've seen it. As acceptable audit risks decrease. So if let's say the audit risks you are expecting is, let's say, 25%. That's what you have accepted. If that risk level decrease, does it mean that the cost of conducting the audit increase?
it means you have done more. I know the thing, but how to explain myself in It.
Is this substantive testing?
You have done a more substantive testing and all those things. Thereby, as you are doing those things, you are incurring more cost.
Cost. Okay. I get it now. So because
Very.
you'll be testing more, as your test is increasing, it means the cost of doing the audit will increase, because the reason why you are testing more, you want your acceptable audit risk level to what? Decrease. So you
Yes.
have to do more of test, get more employees and all of that. Exceptions noted in responses to confirmation requests always indicate misstatement or potential misstatement in the financial statement. This is false. In case of listed entities, the auditor is required to communicate at least one key audit matters in the auditor's reports. At least one key audit matters. Yes, this is true. A related party is an individual or organization possessing expertise in a
False.
field other than accounting or auditing.
False.
No, this is not related party. This is false.
Hey, please.
Derek,
Yes, please.
please, what's 137?
And just a minute. Please, 137 is true.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Please,
Alex, you were saying something.
I was, is it which question number? 89 and 80, 88 and 89. No, 80, 80, 89. 88 and 89.
88 and 89.
Yes.
This is it.
80, 88. I can't see the 89. What of 83?
83.
Yes. Okay.
Okay. I think we are done.
I think we are one bit na say you see your cover. Is it 34 or what?
Yeah, screenshot that one.
Derek,
Yes, please.
sure, you'll be posting after the class.
I even want to post it now.
Okay, sure. Share it with us.
Was it 34? The one we say we are going. We left one be at if my memory serves me right.
No, we answer 34.
Let me see the 34, please. Okay.
I want to see how do I share this. Just a minute. Not sharing. I'm trying to share it in. Okay, sure. Mm. I've shared the wrong document. Um, okay, I've gotten it now. I've shared the document to Cephas. Let me tell him to kindly share. Okay, so you get it soon. In fact, let me share it myself.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, thank you very much. I don't know whether we'll meet again.
Tomorrow you said tomorrow we are meeting for
Corporate.
corporate, right?
Maybe Cephas might meet you guys. I don't know. I have to arrange with him. When are you writing corporate? Is it on Friday or
Saturday?
Okay, let's see how it goes. Where's Telegram? Telegram. What's the name of that page? B2C. That's the general page. I've shared it on the Telegram page, the general one. Can you confirm? Please confirm, and those on the Telegram page. Okay. So you
Yes,
can
I've
share it on
seen.
you can share it. Great.
It's on the main page, the general page.
So that's where it's supposed to be, right?
No, but it's okay.
I can't see.
It was supposed to be in the block one page.
So everybody is on this page.
I think so.
Oh, it's fine. Don't worry. Okay, sure. I can't delete it now. It should be there
Oh,
like that. Huh?
oh, all right. Don't worry.
Or you want me to delete it?
Oh,
No,
now we will all benefit since we are all together.
Exactly. That one can even create more trouble.
Boko now, sorry.
So will come and ask me why have I deleted it and all of that. Okay, guys, thank you very much. I wish you all the best in your exams. Just do your
Thank
best.
you.
okay, the 50.
Thank you. We wish you same.
Sure. Please be revising the how do you call it? What's the name of this course? The corporate, is this corporate governance? Just in
Yes.
case, if I don't meet you, just in case, so that you don't find yourself wanting. Because the corporate
Yes, sir.
governance, you have all the tools now, all the questions are answered.
But there are some little mistakes in some of them.
And which ones? Highlight those ones for me.
Hey, which even if they come, if you even do with the mistake, you will still get A out of it. So
You see, that's the thing with Felix. Like, because the questions are a lot, sometimes you can't remember all the answers, like fully. So once you are able to like remember quite a lot of them, you'll be good. That's a paper everyone should get A, same as this auditing. It should be straight A's. Okay, give or take, I can assure you that if you are doing MCQs, 90% of the questions will come from what we've solved so far, from Monday to date. So you have no excuse of not getting an A.
Yeah, so if you are not doing MCQs,
What's
And we
it?
are doing written.
Oh, forget.
that's why we have to also look at the notes more.
She's
Derek,
just telling you written so that.
Derek,
Yes, please.
my mind is on the MCQs. So if me corner and bad here,
But
But if written can't
Felix,
you do it?
in times when we had written, we had done written. Did we have the regular students do written?
I don't know.
Oh, the
Let me
regular
tell you that.
student, the auditing.
I thought Felix had an idea of it.
but
Is it
she always,
auditing or
but the point is she always gives us
auditing?
MCQs for exams. That's what I noticed.
But you cannot
Because the regular
tell if the
student, the
pattern at
auditing,
which we write them is the same as the regular students.
No, it's not the
we
same.
can't tell. The regular, they wrote written. Yeah, auditing was written.
Last sem to the wrote written, and we wrote MCQ.
Madam
Yeah.
understands, so he will not give us written.
But she has been emphatic in all the classes that we are going to have written this trip.
We too, she was very emphatic that we'll have written, and she brought MCQs.
She has always been doing that. She will tell you written, then you go, it's MCQs.
Come to
This
think
is
of
the
it,
third or fourth time.
during our midterm, you remember she said we're going to have a combination of, I think she said written, right? And we have a couple of that, if you could remember.
Miss Sam, she told us written. That's what you told her.
And we did have.
Miss Sam, she said written.
Yeah, we wrote written. Yeah.
Did you have written in yours?
Even my exams at the degree level, she said written. She gave us MCQs. In fact, I've never done the written exams for her. In all my 2 years under her.
You have been fortunate.
And we'll be fortunate too. Okay.
Richard. Okay, friends. Take care. Have a blessed night. We shall meet on the other side again.
Safe journey home.
Sure. Thank you.
Please, I've not seen it there. Hello?
Yes, you said you know what?
I've not seen this on the Telegram page.
Oh, someone should please help our sister. Please post it on the WhatsApp page, and someone should download it and post it on the WhatsApp page.
Felix will do that.
No, I can't download it. I've done it, but then it didn't save. I could not save it.
You cannot download it.
I've downloaded. No, it didn't come. Like, I don't know whether it's restricted also.
I've not restricted anything.
But you don't know when it is in the Telegram.
Mm.
Oh, okay.
Can you forward it?
No, as I'm saying.
No, even me, I can't forward it. Okay, I'm coming. I
Oh,
sent it.
it's on there.
She said she cannot see it.
I can't see it there. The
Oh.
general.
Let me borrow you my eye.
Stop that, fellas.
I want to see whether I can send it on WhatsApp. WhatsApp to it won't work. Because of how I've done it, it won't work on WhatsApp. Okay, let me try and download the document itself.
Auntie Helen.
Yes.
Okay. Do you know what you do?
Uh,
Go to
I
oh,
can't share it too. Or someone should please help her.
It's on the general page, so
Derek.
no, the last message is from Mr. Joseph. That's
And
Derek.
the one before Joseph.
I will do that before sleeping.
Derek.
Yes,
And
please.
then
Please, are we done?
Yeah, we are done.
All right, thank you. Bye.
You're welcome. Richard, you were saying something before. I want to like.
Sarah, you were the one
Oh.
who muted me, right?
Mm-hmm. Richard.
Oh no, nothing. I only hope you live around your workplace so you get home safe. That's all.
Okay, sure. Thank you. Okay, bye-bye. Take care.
Sure.
and thank you.
You're welcome.